With over 14 busy shopping centres, arcades and streets all packed with a mixture of both high-end and budget-friendly shops, Leeds city centre is understandably one of the North's most popular locations for shopping. With so much choice though, it can feel daunting for first-time visitors. So I've created this tour and map to guide you through the highlights of the city in as efficient manner as possible, taking into account the likelihood that you'll be making purchases along the way and be carrying more and more shopping throughout your day. Now before we go on, it's important to note that this footage for the video was taken on a Sunday morning, so if it isn't as busy as you'd expect a major city's shopping scene to be, then this is why. Starting at Leeds train station, the first stint is the longest before reaching any shops. We're heading to the Marion Centre, one of the most well-known centres in the city and about 10 to 15 minutes walk from the station. The Marion Centre is one of the oldest shopping centres in the city as well as one of the furthest out, and these days it tends to be one of the less popular centres too. It's been known in recent years as basically a high street in a shopping centre, hosting many of the shops you would expect to see in a traditional village high street, such as a Morrison's, a Boots and a Home Bargains. As we walk through the Marion Centre and down the slope, the view of our next destination comes to eye, which is the St John's Centre, literally just over the crossing from the Marion Centre. This is another one of the older shopping centres in the city, and although slightly higher in calibre over the Marion Centre, the St John's Centre too hosts numerous high street shops. Unfortunately, I was unable to gather much footage here at the request of this gentleman, so onwards we go to the third shopping centre, the Core. To be honest, I wasn't sure whether to add this to the list or not, because although there are a few shops here, the majority of the establishments are fast food restaurants, with most of the actual shops such as HMV, Cotswold Outdoors, Foot Asylum and Game all being accessible from the street with no reason to enter the shopping centre itself. I did decide to add it though, as it is nice to stop for a drink at one of the kitchens during the tour of the city. Leaving through the side exit of the Core Shopping Centre, this takes us to the first shopping street in the video, Lands Lane. This is quite a small street with the popular W.H. Smiths at the bottom end, Cath Kidston and the shops mentioned a moment ago, which are HMV, Game, Cotswold Outdoors and a few others. It's on this street we find two arcade centres, which are the Thornton's Arcade and Queen's Arcade. This is the view from Thornton's Arcade from the bottom end. Both arcades host many unique shops as well as one or two of the better known names. A few small cafes are hosted here too, as well as a few collectible shops such as OK Comics. Through to the bottom end of the arcades and we find ourselves on the famous Briggit. If you've ever spoken to any Leeds local in a busy location, you'll have likely heard the term in a distinctly Yorkshire accent, "Hey up, it's like Briggit on here." Well, this is the street they're referring to, one of, if not the busiest shopping streets in Leeds. This street hosts shops such as numerous mobile phone shops, House of Fraser, Topshop, H. Samuel, and regularly hosts events, street vendors, buskers, and everything else you can expect from a vibrant city's busiest shopping street. Don't forget, this footage for the video was taken on a Sunday morning. Leading off Briggit we have two more shopping arcades. Actually, these two arcades merge into one further down. Those are the Country Arcade and Victoria Quarter. These two arcades are known to be quite posh, with many high-end shops and cafes here. Unfortunately, I was unable to film here either, which is such a shame because it is a beautiful arcade. Leaving the bottom end of Victoria Arcade brings you out opposite the famous Leeds Market. Of course, it's up to you should you decide to visit there, but for this video tour we're going to head down the side of the market to one of Leeds' most recent additions to the shopping scene, the eagerly awaited John Lewis. Personally, I don't see what all the fuss is about. I agree the building is unique for Leeds and it's certainly more pleasing to the eye than the police station it replaced, but for me it's just far too expensive. So now we begin to head back towards the train station, up Albion Place towards the Trinity shopping centre. Here you have a good mix of shops which are mainly for the slightly higher budget, such as the Lego shop, Moss Bros, Next, but they also have budget friendly shops such as Primark and Claire's Accessories. The best thing about Trinity though is the food. The smaller vendors change quite regularly, but there's usually something for every diet. Just don't expect huge portions from the smaller vendors. This portion of halloumi fries cost £5. When he brought it out, I honestly thought he was offering us samples. My personal favourite is the vegan burrito. Another great thing about the Trinity Centre is that it is literally just over the road from the train station. So if you're tired and hungry but you don't want to miss that earlier train, you can easily just grab something and go, or take a seat and relax with your meal whilst you wait for the later train. Of course, I haven't included every single area within this video. There are areas such as the Corn Exchange or the market and a few other streets I haven't mentioned, but I wanted to focus on what I thought were the main shopping locations which would be of interest to the most people, whilst at the same time creating an orderly and easy to complete tour of the city. Here's a few of my other Leeds based videos you might be interested in. Please let me know what you think via the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, and if you're interested in more videos like this, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and adjust the bell notification settings accordingly. Thanks again folks, see you soon.